What's up YouTubers, I'll back with a brand new video for you here. First off, welcome back. Great to see everyone. I hope you guys are well. Well guys, we are now on chapter 7 now of my World Heavyweight Replica collection. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series. I've certainly enjoyed making it. I've really enjoyed giving you guys an updated review on all my replicas combined, but the World Heavyweight Championships are definitely they're in the top tier at the moment as being my favourite out of the collections overall. And today's video is going to be of another triple threat. So 3 World Championships consecutively. They're from around WrestleMania 33 time, so you guys have got an idea right away what kind of replicas it's going to be about right away. Now, from chapter 6, where we had the big logo, we are going a step up from there the night after SummerSlam of 2014, of course, where we got an upgrade again. Well, Brock Lesnar got an upgrade, and we got an upgrade of this proportion, the network logo, all brand version of the WWF WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And wow, this was all about the brand. Unfortunately, I didn't fall in love with this right away. It took a good couple of years to grow on me, simply because I liked the big logo. I thought it was pretty cool, the design of that. They were switching brand logos anyway in the WWE, so me personally, I think they could have took out the scratch logo on the big logo and put this on it, because I like the way Champion was across here in gold and black. I just feel Champion being down here so small, it just doesn't really bring you in to say that this is the current WWE Championship. That's just simply my opinion. You guys might have a different opinion. If you do, please comment below and let me know. But yeah, this continues on from the history of every other championship that's been out there for the WWF WWE, and it is insane what is that's decked out in zirconias and little rubies. Gold tip on there. The strap is obviously just an upgrade as well from the previous belt, and this is from the 2015 stock. So yeah, it's insane, the gap in the time span that this version has had. It's obviously had the likes of Brock Lesnar, John Cena, Randy Orton, Bray Wyatt, AJ Styles, Seth Rollins, and near and dear to my heart is Drew Galloway, aka Drew McIntyre, when he beat Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 36 in front of nobody. Everybody remembers that WrestleMania. We were all sitting at home that day, that weekend I should say, and Drew Galloway won this for Brock Lesnar. When Drew Galloway did this to the camera, it was to the home team, to Scotland / the UK. Drew Galloway being obviously the first Scottish / Brit to be a WWF WWE World Heavyweight Champion. So yeah, it was an incredible moment. I've met Drew Galloway twice. I have told him that thank you very much for that moment. He has said thanks very much for saying that, you know. It was a special moment for him too. But yeah, I mean, this itself looks cool. I mean, the one above my head here, the updated version, actually looks a lot better. That version looks a hell of a lot better than this, especially with the gold plate behind the logo, whereas this just has the normal strap texture behind the logo here. And yeah, we'll get into more as we get into it more as we get into the video. Now, the second championship that I'm going to be looking at today was, well, in 2016 we had a brand extension again where we had Raw and SmackDown separately. So SmackDown had the WWE Championship, and Raw needed its own championship. Now, we thought when we heard Universal Champion, because that's what they were going to call it, or is what they were calling it, we, the WWE Universe, thought we were going to get this unbelievable looking championship, thought we were going to get something that was going to blow the WWE Championship out of the water, right? How wrong were we? How wrong were we? Definitely, because what we got was in July, late July of 2016, we were introduced to this red carbon copy of the WWE Championship. This was won by Finn Balor at SummerSlam 2016 when he beat Seth Rollins, and yeah, just a carbon copy of what we already had, which we were sort of cheated. I mean, please put it down below if anybody feels that we were cheated out of getting a tremendous looking championship. Thankfully, down the road, Triple H saved us. Thankfully, Triple H saved us down the road. But yeah, it's just, I mean, I'll put up to the camera. I mean, it says Universal Champion. Champion is a bit more bold and bigger than the other championship, but the strap is all decked out in red. Don't get me wrong, I like red. I'm a red guy. The swoosh is in black, and yeah, it's just a copy of what we've already had, which just didn't sing that this was for us. This was for the WWE Universe. And then down the road, we would get a switch around in towards the end of 2019 / start of 2020. We would get a switch around of brands, and this would change colour. That's another review for another time. And now, the final championship that we're going to be looking at in this triple threat was brought around at WrestleMania 33 weekend. Bobby Roode was the current NXT champion, and on the NXT premium live event of the pay-per-view of that weekend, we got this. We got an upgrade of the NXT version 2. This is the upgrade from the NXT big logo belt to this NXT version 2. And what an upgrade. This definitely sings world champion to me, in my opinion. This was establishing that NXT was in full force now. They had their own world champion. When Bobby Roode came out with this, it was singing right away that NXT was a big deal. Bobby Roode was that champion, and down the road, a certain Scotsman would win this as well. Drew Galloway, aka Drew McIntyre, won this as well. So that was a step forward to Drew Galloway saying that he is back in the WWE, and winning the NXT Championship was the step forward to him becoming what he would become today. But if you just look at the NXT Championship there, you can see the WWE Network logo at the top. Then you have NXT done, the logo's done in a dual-plated way, and it looks absolutely lovely. Champion at the bottom, with it being dual-plated, obviously a very big shiny effect going on right now. But yeah, let's do what we do here as always and talk some replicas. Okay guys, so here is the in-depth review on the network logo version of the WWF WWE Championship. As I said at the start of the video, this was brought out the night after SummerSlam in 2014, when it was awarded Brock Lesnar, and yeah, it's apart from obviously the gold upgrade that it's recently had. This has more or less been, sorry, the gold upgrade, and obviously a little change here. This has more or less been the design of the company's main belt. So let's get into it. So again, like the Universal belt, you have the dual-plated idea for the W and the W, where it's got the gold plate outline first, and then you've got this done in silver with little zirconias meeting larger zirconias down for to small, then back up in a triangle, down again, and then back up. Then on this one, same idea, silver in the background of the black outline with small zirconias at the start, going all the way down to bigger ones, small ones at the bottom, and then meeting the triangle again, then going back down, back up again, and then of course you've got the red swoosh. The red swoosh does look good in red, in the classic red as well, not going to deny that. The gold outline for it as well, and then obviously you've got the World Heavyweight Champion banner at the bottom under that, which is quite small for saying World Champion. And if people remember from 2014 to 2016, this was the World Championship, the main World Championship for the company, done in the classic silver, similar to the Universal, with the black border behind it. This has got the 3D effect as well. And then similar like the Universal, you have little zirconias surrounding a red ruby, and the same idea as you go up here, 3 red rubies and little zirconias around them, then square zirconias again, going all the way up, hitting the 3 red rubies, little zirconias around them, then square zirconias again, going across, meeting 3 again, little zirconias behind that, going down. I really need to clean this a little bit better. Meeting 3 zirconias, 3 rubies again, sorry, and little zirconias around that, and then this single ruby and little zirconias around that. And then of course you've got the gold outline for the main plate, the 2 standard sidebars. They are what they are. They're hit or miss for me. Then the first side plate, of course similar to the Universal belt, where you have the red globe with the network logo on top of that, and then you have square zirconias surrounding it, the 2 main zirconias for the screws for changing the side plates in and out, and then instead of rubies in here, you've just got all zirconias, and the zirconias start with this one, small one at the top, goes into the square, goes to this one here, down this little circle one here, and back across, where we'll just call it the Mickey Mouse looking zirconias. Then you've got the square with the little one at the bottom, and the square's going up and meeting the Mickey Mouse logo at the top. And then on the other side, same idea, you've got the Mickey Mouse logo zirconias up at the top here and at the bottom, and then little zirconia here, down with squares, there with a little one across to this little one, and back up to this little one, and then back across. And of course, the two for the screws, square zirconia circle, red globe, network logo on that. Excuse me. Then on this one, of course, you have a shinier gold tip. Your standard snap box with the aero effect. And then on this one as well, instead of red or blue, obviously, you've got the standard black diamond square stamp on here with the aero etching here, and of course the WWE Network logo stamp in there. And then you've got the shell-shaped border going all the way through the main plate, and then going down, hitting the bottom of the main plate here. Obviously the strap is a bit battle damaged, but that's okay. It's just the way it's been displayed. And back to this side, and then of course you have the standard aero backing behind the network logo. Obviously now that they've updated it to what it is, and that gold plate is a lot better than this standard strap. But I like how somewhere when AJ Styles, I think when he won it for a second time, they actually started putting a solid backing on this, and it actually looked a lot better. Don't get me wrong, when this goes up against the light, it looks cool as well, but whatever plate, whatever metal material they put behind this when AJ Styles had it, certainly made it pop out. And then you've got the square diamond stamps again, network logo stamp with the aero effect around that, and the standard etching aero effect on the snap box. Sorry, flip it across. Authentic WWE flashy, and this is from 2015. So this strap itself, this belt itself, overall is 10-year-old now, and yeah, I'm loving the fact that it's still 10 years later, it's doing the job. Yes, it's a bit wear and tear at the back here. Other than that, pretty good strap. Pretty happy with it, in fact. And you have a network logo, WWE Championship. Okay guys, so here's an in-depth review of the red V1 version of the Universal Championship, and yeah, it's exactly the same as the WWE Championship, where it's all about the branding, I should say. Now let's start into the WW, where it is it's a dual plated WW. I should say, I cannot talk. Where it's gold for the first outlines, and then it's silver for the inner lines, and then amongst that you have the fake zirconias that start off in the little zirconias, then go up to the bigger zirconias, and then for the in-between bits they go back down to the smaller zirconias. This is for the first W, and it goes all the way up like a triangle, and all the way down, and all the way back up again. And then the W below that, same idea. The silver paint in the back, silver paint in the background. The smaller zirconias starting off, and they go all the way down. Same idea as up top with the smaller zirconias, and all the way up like a star/triangle shape, and then back down, and then back up. And as for the swoosh, instead of keeping the idea from the previous belt where they had red zirconias for the swoosh, they decided to just have this black outline. Sorry, black lining for the swoosh, which for the raw colours at the time you could understand, and that is in amongst a gold outline of it as well. And then of course you've got the, as I call it, the aero effect, where it's all one piece. So this isn't like the updated version with this texture. This is all one in the strap itself, and it's all behind the WW in the swoosh. And then the red, it is actually really nice. I do like it. And what you can do if you want, because I've done it a couple of times as well, just for S and giggles, I've took this plate off, put on the black plate of a WWF WWE Championship that I've got, and just basically swap the straps around. And this actually being on the black one looks cool, and obviously with the red swoosh with the WWE World Heavyweight Champion down here, I've put on the red, I've put on the blue, and it actually looks pretty cool as well if you're wanting to swap around. And then obviously below the WWE logo you have Universal Champion, done in silver, 3D with black backing, which looks really nice. Then you have red Zirconia with red ruby with 3 little Zirconias around that, and that pattern follows up this 3 of rubies, little Zirconias behind that, beside that, sorry, and then fake Zirconia squares going all the way up, follow to the rubies and mini Zirconias all the way along till you get more red rubies with little Zirconias all the way down till we get red Zirconias again, red rubies again with little Zirconias, and then you have this final ruby and little Zirconias around that. So as I've said, they completely replicated what they had before on the other belt. They obviously just molded it enough so they could fit in Universal Champion, and in all honesty, having it smaller like this does make it look better in my opinion. Then of course the actual plate in itself is with that gold paint all the way around. Then of course you've got the 2 sidebars on either side. These are the standard ones. As I've said in previous videos, I'm not too fussed about changing them out for upgrades. And then on the side plates, obviously you have the network WWE logo with the with a red globe in the background. Then you have square Zirconias around that, the 2 standard Zirconias for the screws, and then similar to the main plate, you have 1 big Zirconia in the middle there, 2 red rubies around that, then you have Zirconia squares followed to the ruby, down with more Zirconias and the ruby again, and across, and you have the same as up top, so the square is similar all the way around. And then on the other side, obviously same idea with the square side plate. You have red ruby at the top, little square Zirconias going all the way down, red ruby, and then big Zirconia, 2 red rubies, little square Zirconias at the bottom, going to the edge, meets a ruby, goes back up, meets a ruby again, goes across, and then one bigger Zirconia and 2 red rubies. And then the plate itself, you have the 2 screw Zirconias, then you have the square Zirconia circle and the WWE Network logo, with the red globe in the background, and of course flipping it across for my initials, or for my initial I should say. And then on the strap itself, it has your standard gold tip, which is really nice on this one actually. Then the snap box, you have a classic snap box aero effect, and then it goes into this diamond etching, and then you have the arrows etching in here as well, with the network logo stamping there. Then it follows into the classic shell-shaped border that goes all the way through the main plate of the belt, all the way down, meets the main plate again, excuse me, and then goes to the other side. Then on this side, obviously, you have the diamond squares again, with a little bit of the aero etching, the network logos stamp on there, and the standard snap box etching on the strap. And if I flip this over, it's still got the authentic WWE flashy, and this version is from 2016, so this is one of the first ones. And the strap itself, even though next year this would have been 10-year-old, this is 9-year-old now, and the strap is in still very, very good condition, so I'm happy with that. Flip it back over, and then these are the red version 1 WWE Universal Championship. Okay guys, so here is the in-depth review of the V2 NXT Championship, and what a belt, honestly. Even though it's just a standard looking belt, it screams champion to me. No ifs or buts about it. I absolutely love this version. Was not hot on the V3 version. I'm kind of in between with the V4 version. This one itself is definitely one of my favorites out of out of what the WWF WWE have produced overall in a good long time. So start at the top. You have the WWE Network logo loud and proud at the top in gold, fully gold, with a black backing, a 3D black backing actually if you hold up against the light, and that's in a half triangle with the radiator effect around it. And then this belt is sort of dual plated, so where it should be the globe, and we'll say for argument's sake it is the globe, you have the NXT logo with the N here and N here, and sort of outline cutted, I should say. And then you have the X with the mesh wall, similar to the ECW mesh wall, and it just looks very, very cool. And it makes the belt stand out a lot more. And then if you look at the actual looking from the logo, the belt is outlined and designed with the actual NXT logo involved as well, I should say, which is really, really nice. And then up here, where it meets the dual plating as well, or the dual plating starts, we should say. Now, I didn't know what this was until recently, but this is actually a globe. So you have 3 little specks in here, and it comes through the X, through here, with a black background obviously on it, goes through the N, travels through the X, and then it jumps through to champion, where champion is done that 3D gold and black backing with 2 bolts on either side. Then it goes up to this X, through to the T, underneath the T, and then if my camera wants to refocus, up to the X again, and then back up to the network logo. So this whole thing is a globe, which, as I say, and I've done the review on this before, but I didn't know that until recently. So this is a globe, which represents obviously it being a world championship, which is very, very cool. And then you have the radiator effect in a dual plated fashion behind that outline of the globe, and it's behind the N as well at the top here and at the bottom. And the radiator effect, triangle radiator effect, goes all the way through the champion banner as well. A sort of 3D gold effect out here, and the radiator effect done in dual plate, obviously again it goes through the T and through the globe on either side. And keeping a little bit tradition on the belt, it has gold and black stamps, I want to call them, or screw stamps, similar to what the NWA World Heavyweight Championship has, the classic NWA World Heavyweight Championship has. You have 3 here, 3 here, 3 here, and 3 here. I think the reason why Triple H went with this like that was to symbolize its little connection to the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. I want to say that. So it gives a little bit traditional look, because as we know, Triple H is a big NWA guy, or was a fan of the NWA World Heavyweight Championship. And then on the standard side plate, it is a silver network logo with a black backing with 2 screws on there. So that will obviously be for taking off when you're swapping out the side plates. And this is done in a square diamond effect, similar to the main roster World Championships. And again, it has a radiator effect behind that too. And then on the other side, you have the standard network logo done in silver, black background, and it's done again in a square diamond radiator effect, which looks really, really nice. The strap itself, it has a standard gold tip, and it has an arrow effect, the black arrow effect on a black strap. And then it has a combination of the shell-shaped border and an X border going all the way through the main belt. A little bit of bubbling on here, just due to the age of the belt, or it's just the way it's been displayed, I want to say. But that shell-shaped border goes all the way through the belt and onto the other side. Obviously this little triangle diamond effect, similar to the top. Of course the X going all the way through the belt as well. And you have the arrow snap effect again, and little flower wreaths on this for some reason. I do not know why. But yeah, no screws obviously covered up on this one. A lot of screws, in fact. And this is from 2017, so this is one of the first ones. And this, of course, has the authentic WWE flashy saying what it is, or saying it's authentic, I should say. The strap, being 8-year-old, still in very, very good condition, actually, which I'm quite happy about. I'm going to put you guys down for a second, just so I can get this set up. And here you go, guys. So from a WrestleMania 33 perspective, here is all the world championships of the WWF WWE. So you have the WWE Championship, and you have the Universal Championship, and you have the NXT Championship, and they look fantastic together. So guys, thank you so very much for watching this review today. I hope you guys have enjoyed this triple threat of the 3 World Championships that I've reviewed. Now, in case you're wondering which is my favourite, I'm going to have to say out of the WWE Championship, Universal Championship and NXT V2, I'm going to have to say the NXT V2. That is my favourite out of all 3. It's just sings world champion to me. Yes, it's very branded as well for NXT, but the reason why it has a special near and dear place in my heart is because, as I said at the start of the video, Drew Galloway won this championship when he came back to the WWE and he restarted in NXT, and excuse me, it was just a special moment to see my fellow Scotsman get what he deserved during that time. So all of his hard work paid off. When he came back to the WWF, WWE, it was saying that NXT was his stomping ground and he was going from there. Now, if you guys could do me a big favour, it would be very much appreciated. Again, if you guys could like, share, do all you need to do in order to get me out there, just so YouTube know that you like this content. It would be very much appreciated. And please comment below, let me know which is your favourite world championship of all time out of any pro wrestling company, from the WWE to TNA to AEW, anything. Please comment below and let me know, and keep an eye out on the last 2 chapters of this series. As I said, they'll be coming down the pipe very soon, and the next project that I'll be doing is a video that I've done a couple of years ago when it was about the reigns that Randy Savage had when he made it big in pro wrestling, and I'm going to continue on doing that from my Mount Rushmore of pro wrestling, which is Triple H, The Miz and Bully Ray, aka Bubba Ray Dudley. I will be highlighting the championships that they won when they made it big in pro wrestling, so keep an eye out for that video down the road. Now, as I always say, guys, thank you so very much for watching this. I hope you guys have enjoyed it as always. I've enjoyed making it as always. But anyway, guys, you take care. Dreams be the journey. Bye for now.